Hi everybody, it's Carol with 4 Points Legacy Tours. This is our second video in our video series about all the trips that we take. Our first video was on us, our company, how we got started. If you want to watch that, I can link it below. So let's talk about Carnival cruises. Our Carnival cruise trip is scheduled for November 8th through the 14th. It is a 5-day fall cruise, and we're going out of Jacksonville, Florida. The price is $1,600 per person, and the deposit is $250 per person. Included is 2 sea days, 2 port stops, Half Moon Cay and Celebration Key, your transportation down, of course, and back, and also a 1-night hotel stay. And that's going to be going down. When we leave Kentucky, we will go all the way down to about Valdosta, Georgia, and that's about 2.5 hours from the Jacksonville port where we leave out of with Carnival. So I want you to be refreshed when we get there. So, but on the way back, we will leave the cruise ship and then drive all the way back to Kentucky that evening. All right. So, boarding process. We'll go into further, deeper detail on the bus on the way down, but boarding in Jacksonville is pretty easy. The little building here next to the ship you see in the picture, we walk in there. They get you set up with how you want to pay for things on board the ship, and they will go over your identification. So you will have to have a passport or your driver's license and a certified copy of your birth certificate. So you do not have to have a passport. Carnival operates what are called considered closed loop, and that means they leave from the US and come back to the US. So the places that you stop in between, you don't have to have a passport, but you will have to have your driver's license and a certified copy of your birth certificate. It has to be a physical copy. It cannot be a picture. It has to be a physical copy. So if you plan on going on a cruise, anywhere, anytime, just keep that in mind. And then muster is something we do once the ship starts to leave. You'll be called to a muster station, and for the muster stations, this little card right here. So this little card is the sign and sail card, and it's going to have the name of the ship at the top, your name, your dining time, which we'll discuss this in further detail, of course, when we're on the bus on the way down, but you will be assigned a dining room and a dining time. That actually can be changed. You can go to guest services if you'd like to eat later or earlier. Not a big deal. They can usually change it. And then it's going to have your VIP number, your folio, which is your room number, and then A5. That's going to be your muster station. And they go over all the safety stuff, where your life jackets are, how we would get off the ship if something were to happen. And they take that very seriously. They will come find you. You have to go to your muster station or the ship ain't leaving. There we go. And then once you're in your room, these little guys right here, I love these little tout animals that they do. That's pretty cool. You'll have this fun times. And this fun times little brochure is everything that's going on for the cruise that day. There's all kinds of activities, all kinds of stuff that they do. So for instance, this was on board the Mardi Gras ship, and this was a little animal that they made. It's super cute. And top entertainment. So the sail away party, that's the first thing. You'll go into your room, you'll see this. And I think the first day you get on the ship, actually, when you first step on, they'll hand you one of these. Just like I said, a little brochure that tells you everything that goes on the ship, where it's at, what time it starts, all that. Um, and then there's game shows that you can sign up to participate in, and how you can sign your kids up for like the different camps. Very fun. So included. Once you're on the ship, a lot of stuff is included. You do not have to spend any money on board a Carnival ship to have a good time. I promise. Included. Live music. There's live music all over the ship at different times. The water park, that is usually where the Lido deck is, or a little bit higher. They usually have water parks on all the cruise ships. Mini golf, comedy. They have a family appropriate comedy, and then they also have adult only comedy at later in the evening. Also have an adult only area. So usually that's called the Serenity, and they have like a pool, chairs, no kids. You don't want to be around kids? Serenity area. They also have the Lido buffet and the dining room services. That is included. So when it says this is your dining, your time dining, this is when you sign up to go, that's included. That dinner is included. And then the Lido buffet, where you can go breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you don't want to go to the dining room, you just want to go and have a lighter meal at the buffet or a bigger meal at the buffet, included. There's also trivia, theater shows. Elegant Night is pretty cool. You go to the dining room and you dress up, and then there's pictures. They take pictures. It's free to take the pictures and all the different backgrounds. And then the pictures themselves is something you would pay for, which I'll get into on the next slide. But Elegant Night's very fun. So for this trip, 5 nights would be one Elegant Night. So you would want to bring something just a little fancier. It doesn't have to be black tie or anything. But some people go all out. I mean, they make a big deal out of it. And it's fun to see what everybody wears. So that's pretty cool. Movie nights out on deck. They'll set up a big screen and have big movies out on the Lido deck. And they also have art exhibits, kids events, like I said, and camps. You can sign your kids up for the camp, drop them off for the camp for the day, go do your own thing. Arts and crafts. They also have a fitness center that's available and a library where you can check out books and you can check out board games and way more. There's tons of stuff to do, tons of stuff to see. It's hard to visit every part of the ship before you leave. So, extras. Some stuff you can pay for on the ship if you'd like. You don't have to, but these are extras if you would like to buy them. There's usually a video arcade on board. Also, there's the chef's table, which you can go behind the scenes and have dinner with part of the crew. And that's a very interesting thing. I know people that have done that and they really enjoyed it. I think it's like 75 per person and there's only limited seating. There's like 11 seats. Specialty food spots, coffee, sometimes a sushi bar, separate like steakhouse restaurants that are on the cruise ship, but you don't have to go to them. You would have to pay for them, but you don't have to do them if you don't want to. Room service is actually extra now. Carnival used to not charge for room service, but now it is an extra charge to order. Of course, the casinos, if you'd like to play, there's always a casino on board. And the casinos will not open until after we've hit international waters. So you'll notice that none of the machines are working, none of the machines are turned on until we get into international water. Then you can gamble all you want. Like I said, the pictures, they will take pictures on Elegant Night, and also when you get off the ship at the different ports, they'll have like picture taking opportunities, and you can get you can get off, and those pictures will be available to you. Usually they're in the atrium area. There's like this open area where you can see all the way down all the floors, and they'll have the pictures set up on one or two of those floors. You can see them. Pretty cool, pretty neat. And order those pictures if you'd like to, and you'll get them before you leave. Bingo, you have to pay for. Obviously, the shops and the candy store you have to pay for. There's also a spa and salon on board. I've utilized that before. I've had my nails done on board the ship. Pretty interesting. Also, alcohol and soda. So, lemonade, coffee, and tea, water, all free on board the ship. However, soda is not. You can do a package. I think they start around $10. I think I have it backwards there. Yeah. Soda 10, alcohol package 70. You don't have to get that. You can pay for it separately. The soda one, I would say yes. That's a good deal. Alcohol, if you plan on going and drinking, it's a good one. Starting at $70 a day. There is a 15 limit. I don't think I could hit that, but more power to you. And then there's also 18% gratuity when you buy. So it's better, I think, to get the package for soda. If you're someone who likes to drink a lot of soda, it's your best bet. And then the internet, if you do want internet, is $20, starting around $20 per day for the internet. Gratuity, like I said, with the alcohol and soda, anytime you sign it, you don't have to put a tip. There's already gratuity included. Another thing for gratuity that a lot of people don't realize is once you're on the ship, each day you're charged a specific amount. I can't remember. It changes per ship and per cruise. Last time I went on a cruise, it was around like $28 per day, I do believe. You can have that reduced at the end of the trip, but I personally don't reduce it because that's money that goes to the people that have cleaned your room, the people who have in the dining room area. Like, you do not have to tip when you eat. this is money that goes to them for that. People reduce it a lot of the time, and I get it. It's an extra thing you don't want to pay, but these people do not get paid great money. They're hired internationally. They work in pretty rough conditions for a lot of hours, so they earned it. And if you want to give extra, you can. But the gratuity is something that you can alter for the daily, but you can't alter this 18% like on the soda and alcohol sales when you get that. But you don't have to leave an extra tip. There's going to have a line for a tip, but you could just sign your name. Not bad. All right. So this is a sign and sell statement. This is what it looks like. Whenever you get something from the cruise ship, when you buy something, you want a specialty coffee, you went to the gift shop, whatever, this is your statement. It's available on the TV in your room. It's linked to that. It's also linked to the Carnival Hub app, which is pictured there down at the bottom. And that's a beautiful view of the dining room. I love that picture. That is one picture that I took on an Alaskan cruise. And we hope to be doing one of those in the near future. It was amazing. That's my favorite cruise I've ever been on. But anyway, the sign and sell statement is going to show you everything you've gotten. It's going to show the gratuities for the day, and you can look at that every day. And at the end of the ship, into the cruise, excuse me, they will have this slid under your door so you can see your total for the entire trip. Speaking of port stops and cash, one of those is Half Moon Cay. Now, the two stops for this cruise that we're taking are Carnival's private island. So using a credit card may be okay, but I would have cash on me just in case. However, okay, Relax Away, Half Moon Cay, pretty interesting. It is a pristine private beach that belongs to Carnival. There's stuff you can get off. You can go and just go to the beach, have a good time. They have a stingray adventure that you can sign up for, or watercraft adventures, or snorkeling. All different kinds of stuff you can do when you get off. There's usually markets like straw markets and gift shops available once you get off the ship. And Celebration Key is actually the new island and the other port that we're going to. This is on the backside of the Grand Bahama Island. I cannot wait to go see this. This is going to be super exciting. They have over the lagoon super villas. So these spots in the picture at the top there that you see in the middle, those are like private spots that you can rent out. So cool. Cove Beach Club, all inclusive. You rent that, you go. It is everything included, the food, the drinks, everything. So that's something, these are excursions that you can sign up for once you're on the ship. And I've done multiple excursions, absolutely love doing it. Especially you want to book always through Carnival. And then there's also the sail, snorkel, and party to Peterson's Cay. So you will get off our ship, get on the little boat, and tug on over to Peterson's Cay and have a little party, and they'll bring you back. So that's why I say only plan excursions with Carnival. You don't know what you can get yourself into sometimes when you're on these private islands. It's very different from being in America. So sometimes it's a big culture shock for some people who haven't traveled before. So just keep that in mind. If you've never been outside the United States, if you're going on your first cruise, it's different. So expect a difference and be aware of your safety and stuff like that. Not saying it's bad per se, but things can happen, and I want you to be prepared for those things that could happen. So this is one of the straw markets. This is my mom. She was trying on the hats in the straw market there. So really good time we had there. And then this other picture is off the back of one of the ships. This was the adult only area, the Serenity area. It's usually on the back of the ship. Gorgeous. Clear views, water, amazing. Absolutely love it. Now, on the way down, one of the things that is very important on the way down is luggage. So we kind of follow the airline rules, and as well as Carnival does. 50-pound limit, regular size suitcase. That's all you need. And then on the way down, we'll have drinks, water, stuff for you guys to have, snacks on the way down. Like I said, we stop every couple of hours Probably will have to do a refueling stop on the way down and the way back, along with the driver change, just because of the hours versus the mileage that one person can do. But very professional. We use Gold Shield out of Lexington, Kentucky. Absolutely love them. They're great. So as you can see in the picture, that's how they load up the luggage at the bottom there at Carnival. You're like, where's my suitcase going? But we take care of all the luggage tags, all that stuff. We're gonna go over when we go. You do not have to worry about that. We're gonna print your luggage tags. We're gonna take care of your luggage bands getting off, getting on. You do not have to worry about that. We do recommend on the way down, since we're spending the night, that you have like a small duffel bag or backpack that you just do one night's worth of stuff in, so you don't have to get your entire luggage off the bus and then pull it into the hotel and then back onto the bus in the morning. We recommend just a small backpack. It's going to be easier for you and easier for the driver and make it quicker in the morning so we don't have to load all that stuff up. But if you're going on the trip with us, we go over all that when you sign up, and everything you need to know, questions you have, you just let us know. They take your luggage, Carnival takes it, it automatically ends up in your front door stateroom. Simple as that. And we take care of the luggage tags. You don't have to worry about printing anything off. We're going to take care of that for you. And don't have to worry about it. And like I said, 2 stops, 2 hours, 3 hours, we stop, eat, stretch your legs, take a bathroom break. Gonna have a good time. This is just, like I said, like a little backpack like this. Probably the best bet when you first get on the ship, because you're not going to have access to your luggage when you first get on the ship. Not going to happen. Sometimes rooms are not ready. We may get there around like 10 or 11. Your room may not be ready till 3. So having something like this with your swimsuit in it, if you want to go ahead and do that, or just a small refresh bag. That's what these are the kind of the buses we take right here. The black bus, that's one of the Gold Shield buses. This picture at the top is a picture I took of the cruise ship. I do believe that was Honduras. When I took that picture, I took it from the shoreline, and that was of the ship. And it's just gorgeous when you go to the Bahamas and Western Caribbean, Eastern Caribbean. It's beautiful. And then this was one of the alligator town people, or town animals rather, that they made, and I absolutely love that too. It's great. Lots of fun stuff to do. So, very excited to take you all on this cruise. Hope you'll join us. If you're interested in our other trips, these are our other trips. We haven't done videos yet, but we will be doing them. You can also learn more about our trips on 4pointslegacytours.com. We also have a Facebook group. Just look for 4 Points Legacy Tours. And just remember, November 8th through the 14th is the Carnival Cruise. And like I said, all these other trips, the Casino, Holiday World, Daytona Beach, Virginia Beach. If you want to go on a smaller trip first, get your feet wet with us, we'd love to have you. So that's what we look forward to. And for those of you in Eastern Kentucky, we do have our first meet and greet of 2026. It's going to be Saturday, March 14th. And it's from 1 to 3 at Bob Evans in Pikeville, Kentucky. And I hope you guys can join us. You just come in, look for us. We'll have a couple of tables set up. They really don't have a separate area, but we'll be back kind of in the back part of the restaurant with a couple of tables set up. And you can come grab a schedule, check us out. So thanks for joining me on this video. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye.